Welcome back Sunbro. We hope you all in great health and great money. Before we start, please at least subscribe so we can have little money for food and paying bills. Alright, today we are going to talk about dopamine explained, myths and facts about addiction. You've probably heard of dopamine as a pleasure chemical tied to addiction, but there's more myth than fact in that idea. While dopamine plays a role in addiction, it's a bit more complex than just causing pleasure. Here's a clearer picture of how dopamine actually works. 1. Myth: you can be addicted to dopamine. People often think those with addictions are addicted to dopamine itself. When you do something enjoyable, like using drugs, your brain releases dopamine, creating a strong memory of that pleasure. This memory can drive you to repeat the experience, but the addiction is to the activity or substance, not the dopamine. 2. Fact: dopamine is a motivator. Dopamine motivates us by making pleasurable experiences memorable. When something makes you feel good, your brain releases dopamine, noting what triggered the sensation and any environmental cues. This drives you to seek out that pleasure again, which can be powerful and hard to control. 3. Myth: dopamine is the pleasure chemical. Dopamine is often called the pleasure chemical, but it doesn't directly create pleasure. Instead, it reinforces enjoyable sensations and behaviors, encouraging you to repeat them. Neurotransmitters like serotonin, endorphins, and oxytocin are more directly linked to feelings of pleasure. 4. Fact: dopamine plays a role in developing tolerance. With drugs, tolerance means needing more of the substance to feel the same effects. Consistent drug use overwhelms the reward center, making it harder for your brain to handle high dopamine levels, leading to increased use to achieve the same effect. 5. There's no single cause of addiction. Addiction is a complex disorder with many factors. Genetics, health history, and developmental stage all play a role. Environmental factors, like home life, social influences, and trouble at school, also contribute. Addiction involves reduction in the brain's dopamine production and receptors, reducing the substance's effects but not the craving, and thus require higher dose of the drugs. 6. How to get help. If you or someone you know is struggling with addiction, help is available. Talk to your healthcare provider or reach out to organizations like the National Institute on Drug Abuse or SAMHSA for resources and support. Medical care and therapy are key components of addiction treatment. Thanks for watching, Sunbro. Please subscribe, like, comment, and share if you find this helpful. Come again to our next meeting, Sunbro.